Hello kids and parents, a very warm welcome to Chintu Fun Time. We are so thrilled to have you here for another magical storytelling session. Today's story is one of wisdom and cleverness. Before we begin, please take a moment to like, share, subscribe and follow our channel. Your support helps us bring more such wonderful stories to you every day. Before we dive into the heart of our story, remember to hit that big red subscribe button and the bell icon. Join our Chintu Fun Time family and be the first to watch our new adventures. Sharing our stories with your friends and family helps spread joy and learning. Now, sit back, relax, and let's journey back in time to an ancient city. In the southern reaches of our vast and ancient land, there once stood a magnificent city known as Mahilaropiam. As the sun rose over its golden spires, the city would come alive with the sounds of temple bells and bustling markets. It was a place where tradition and progress walked hand in hand, and every street had a story to tell. The people were kind, and the air was filled with a sense of peace and prosperity. Just on the outskirts of this busy city, tucked away in a sacred grove, stood a peaceful Shiva temple. The temple was a masterpiece of stone, with every pillar and wall adorned with intricate carvings that told the legends of the past. It was a sanctuary where one could feel the presence of the divine in every breath. The grand architecture stood as a silent witness to centuries of devotion and prayer. In this sacred temple lived a simple and pious Sadhu named Tamrachuda. He was a man who had left behind all worldly desires to find peace in prayer. With a gentle smile and a heart full of compassion, he spent his days in meditation and service. Tamrachuda was respected by everyone in Mahilaropiam for his wisdom and his humble way of life. He was a beacon of light in the quiet temple. After his meal, Tamrachuda would carefully gather any leftovers. He was a man who hated waste, believing that what he didn't need could help someone else. He would place the leftovers in his begging bowl and hang it high up on a peg, far above the reach of any wandering animals. He felt confident that his food was safe there, high up in the rafters of the temple, waiting for the next morning. But dear friends, there was a secret inhabitant in the Shiva temple, a very clever and incredibly agile mouse named Hiranyakal. Hiranyakal was not your average mouse. He was the undisputed leader of a large band of mice. Then, with a sudden burst of energy, Hiranyakal would take a giant leap. It was a jump that defied gravity, landing him safely on the rim of the high-hanging bowl. Every night, when the temple was silent and the Sadhu was deep in sleep, Hiranyakal and his friends would gather. Once there, he would feast on the delicious leftovers and then share the bounty with all his friends below. They had a grand party every night right under the Sadhu's nose. As the days went by, Tamrachuda became deeply troubled. No matter how high he hung the bowl, the food always vanished. He began a nightly vigil, clutching a long bamboo stick. Every few minutes, he would strike the bowl, thwack, thwack, creating a loud noise to scare away the mice. It became a nightly battle of wits and endurance. One evening, a wandering sannyasi named Brihatsvinga arrived at the temple. He was a man of great knowledge who had traveled far. Tamrachuda welcomed him, but his mind was not on his guest. Even as they spoke of deep spiritual matters, the Sadhu's eyes kept drifting to the hanging bowl, and he continued to tap it with his bamboo stick. Brihatsvinga explained a deep truth. This mouse jumps so high because he has a secret hoard of wealth, a stash of grain and gold, hidden in his hole. It is this treasure that gives him the confidence and the energy to perform such amazing feats. He taught the Sadhu that problems are best solved with wisdom, not anger. Think about this, friends. How often do we fight the symptoms of a problem instead of looking for the root cause? The Sadhu was fighting with a stick, but the real secret was in the mouse's hole. How can we use wisdom to solve our own daily challenges? Let's see what the Sadhu does next with this new knowledge. Wisdom is the greatest tool we have. The Sadhu realized his mistake and chose to focus back on his prayers. Hiranyakal too found that without his secret hoard, he no longer had the same drive for greed, and he moved on to a simpler life. peace returned to the Shiva temple once more. The Sadhu and the mouse both learned that true happiness comes from within, not from what we hoard. So, what is the moral of our story today? Greed brings nothing but trouble and restlessness. But when we focus on our own path with wisdom and respect others, we find true and lasting peace. Remember, kids and parents, the root of happiness lies in our character and our choices, not in what we hoard. Let us all strive to live with wisdom and respect. Dear friends, thank you so much for watching this story on Chintu Fun Time. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, subscribe, and follow our channel. Your love and support keep us inspired to bring more such stories to you. See you in the next video. Goodbye.